This tutorial will help you learn to use an analysis to identify and to correct misplaced adjective clauses. After typing your composition into Word or opening an existing document, click on the Writer's Workbench Analysis Programs button on the toolbar. To identify possible problems with misplaced adjective clauses in your composition, click on the Clarity Adjective Clauses Analysis button and click OK. First, read the following introductory text. This flag is printed just before a word that may be a relative pronoun. The relative pronoun is the first word in an adjective clause. Definitions for the terms clause, adjective clause, and antecedent follow. Then, you are told to check to be certain that the adjective clause immediately follows the relative pronoun's antecedent. This analysis prints only those sentences that include words that may serve as relative pronouns introducing adjective clauses. You click on the More Info button to learn more about determining whether or not sentences marked with this flag need to be revised and to learn the procedure for making those revisions. Always study the information provided by More Info. You must check each sentence to decide whether or not the flagged relative pronoun has an antecedent, a word for which the pronoun stands. If the relative pronoun has an antecedent, you must be sure that the adjective clause, which always begins with the relative pronoun, is placed immediately after the pronoun's antecedent. After you read the information provided by More Info, you examine the 3 sentences which include this code. Writer's Workbench found 3 words that may be relative pronouns. In the first sentence, the word who is flagged. When you look for that word's antecedent, you see that residence could take the place of who. Because who immediately follows residence, the adjective clause is not misplaced and therefore needs no revision. In the next sentence, the antecedent of the flagged word which is meetings and services. The adjective clause immediately follows the antecedent of which, so no revision is needed. The third sentence includes the adjective clause who doesn't have enough hours in the day. The flag points to the word time. Time is not a word that could replace who in the adjective clause. However, you see that the antecedent of who is Jane. To find that adjective clause in your composition, you highlight part of that clause after the flag. You are careful not to highlight the flag, as word search would not be able to find that text. After you highlight those words, click on Word Search. Edit the sentence to read, Jane, who doesn't have enough hours in the day, has come to realize the importance of time. The adjective clause beginning with who now immediately follows its antecedent, Jane. You return to your analysis and, since you have no other revisions to make, you close your analysis. Before using the adjective clauses analysis, you would be wise to complete the STEPS Clarity Adjective Clauses program. That program will help you to understand and to use this analysis more effectively in revising and in editing your composition.